Every queen has to figure out how to play the game, whether it's early on or later in life. It's just one of those essential life skills, you know. You either play or become a pawn, and I refuse to be that. I am Anna, a beautiful and successful businesswoman. My ex's name is David. Just the remembrance of his name hurts me afresh. David was unconventionally attractive, with piercing eyes, well-kept curls, and a build that you know takes consistency to maintain. Of course, I can see why it wasn't hard for him to get the other woman. He looked like a Greek god. If there's one that is all smiles. But looks can be deceiving. I fell for his looks too. The long months of thinking about him before he asked me out. I knew how it was. I have been a victim of his too charming nature myself. Betrayal changes you. It twists something inside your soul. I found out. The man I gave 3 years of my life to, the man who swore forever, chose someone else. But what you don't know is what came after. I didn't scream. I didn't beg. I didn't break. Instead, I started watching. And trust me, this is where the game truly begins. The amount of time I spent on my ex and the new woman paid off. I learned a lot of things. Her name was Melissa, a pretty face, with the kind of smile that pretends it has no secrets. She worked at a glossy marketing firm downtown, a place where everything sparkled on the outside, but nothing ever really shined within. I started small, following her, watching her, studying the rhythm of her days. The calf she liked, the friends she laughed too loudly with, the way she clung to him in public, like a woman who already knew he wasn't truly hers. The funny thing is, Melissa wasn't perfect, and it didn't take me long to spot the cracks. She ran late on her rent, missed days at work, and she had that stupid urge to overshare on social media. She wanted people to envy her. She wanted people to wish they had her life, but the more she shared, the more I pitied her because of how fragile she was. I really didn't want to be like her, and if this was what he left me for, then I didn't even know him at all. I didn't think he had any more surprises for me. You see, revenge isn't about striking all at once. It's about planting seeds and waiting. So I began with whispers, a carefully crafted message here, a suggestion there. I reached out to one of her colleagues, anonymously of course. A rumor about Melissa being careless with client accounts. Nothing outrageous, just believable enough. By the next week, I heard she was called into a meeting. The first seed was taking root. Meanwhile, I stayed close to him. Yes, David, I played the part of the wounded ex. Distant enough to keep suspicion away, but close enough to remain in his orbit, because to destroy a kingdom, sometimes you don't storm the castle, you poison the well, and for that to happen, you have to have access to the well. But here's where things get interesting. The more I dug into Melissa, the more I found out about him. Hidden bank transfers, a private account in her name, and a night when I'll never forget, when I followed him, not her. He wasn't meeting Melissa, he was meeting someone else, a man. Older, dressed in a suit that screamed power. I couldn't hear what they were saying, but I saw the briefcase. I saw the handshake. I was super curious, you know. Who was this guy? What were they chatting about? And why meet up in the dead of night? What's David mixed up in? It all felt so mysterious and intriguing, right? I suddenly got hit with the truth. This betrayal was way bigger than love. It was all about money and power, right? Lies piled up so high that even Melissa had no clue what she was really sleeping next to. You won't believe it, but I struck again. This time, it hit a little closer to home, and I'm kinda feeling it. Melissa's car parked outside her apartment. A simple scratch along the side. Deep enough to be noticed, shallow enough to be dismissed. Petty, maybe, but it rattled her. I could see it in her eyes the next day, like something had changed. The paranoia setting in, and paranoia, my dear listener, is a powerful thing. It makes people careless, desperate, ready to unravel. And once she unraveled, he would, too. He would follow suit and fall apart, too. I knew it, and I couldn't wait. That night I sat in my car outside their apartment, watching their lights go off, one by one. They thought the world was asleep. They thought they were safe, but I was wide awake, and I knew something neither of them did. The man they both trusted had more to hide than his affair, secrets that could burn everything they had to ash, and me. I was ready to light the match. This was only the beginning.